Hello everyone, it's Artsy Tashan here, and today we are finally drawing a common suggestion, draw a Chaos Gremlin. Let's get into it! I did start drawing before I started recording because I wanted to figure out what I wanted this set of monsters to look like before I was scrambling to figure it out in the recording stage. However, I didn't really like these first two designs very much, so let's fix that. This set of monsters is very special as it is one of the few species that can actually use magic in the same way that humans do. Even in the baby stage, when it is a cute little gremlin, it can use minor illusion magic for small visual tricks. This stage, known as the Little Mischief Monster, will use its magic to create illusions, such as fakes of food, light, or even disguising itself as a different monster entirely, sometimes serving as a lure to lure in predators. That may sound counterproductive, but even in this small stage, it can feed on predator monsters. So, disguising itself as prey can lure in the predators for it to feed on. This monster, not dissimilar to other baby monsters, is very weak and is not a very great fighter. However, this monster does tend to survive despite this, as the Ascended One will take care of the baby until it is old enough to go out on its own. This little baby tends to be clumsy and will stick close to its parent, who will fight and hunt for both of them. This species feeds on energy rather than material food, primarily entropic energy. This little baby tends to be clumsy and will stick close to its parent, who will fight and hunt for both of them. This species feeds on energy rather than material food, primarily entropic energy. The parent jester will watch over the baby, teach it how to use its magic, how to perform tricks, and set traps, nurturing it until it grows stronger. When this monster has grown strong enough, it will grow up into its second stage. This second stage, known as a Dark Jester, has grown up enough that it may choose to leave the safety of its parent. In some cases, the parent may leave to get the milk in order to encourage independence in the young one if it seems to be clinging too much. At this stage, its magic has improved greatly, being able to hold disguises for longer and create more convincing illusions. It is at the realized stage that this monster will also begin hunting for itself, often disguising itself as prey monsters in order to lure bigger predators to feed on, or it will effectively rage bait these monsters away from their territory. They aren't very picky about which monsters they go after, favoring the energy from entropic monsters to help fuel their magic. These monsters are also able to store the energy in dense crystals embedded in their chests, effectively serving as their hearts, but also like batteries. That might lead to the theory that these monsters would hunt each other down to steal each other's energy. However, that is uncommon, as these dense crystals can take in energy, but can't release it unless it's being used. That generally makes it nearly impossible to steal unless the crystal is broken. It is more common to see these monsters helping one another, forming a band to hunt in pairs or in groups of 3. Here, in the final stage of this monster, it is more of a solitary hunter, surviving primarily alone with its own hunting techniques. It is a very strong and adept hunter, using magic to create illusions to spook its prey into traps or lure them even closer for an easy meal. This large monster primarily stalks dark forest, its diet consisting mostly of entropic monsters that live in such forests. The dark lighting and lack of light makes it easier for this monster to hide in the shadows and stalk prey. However, entropy monsters are less common in dark woods. Most monsters that live in dark woods are of shadow, spirit, and sometimes cold typings, which can make food scarce for this monster. It can and will feed on the energy from any monster, even humans. However, since most of its magic comes from entropic energy, it must seek out a proper food source to help maintain its power. In this stage, as the monster has fully grown and possesses more strength and intelligence, it will move from the dark forest to areas possessing high amounts of entropy. These monsters can be found in volcanic ice biomes or in dark realms of chaos where certain mythic monsters have made their home particularly chaotic. But more often than not, this monster prefers shrouded darkness over open areas. It is also very common to see this monster traveling with one or two small jester companions, as it will raise and take care of one or two of its kind at a time. While this monster does tend to rely upon its magic and tricks to defend itself and its children, it is not above using its physical strength to fight and defend its own. Here is the completed lineup of all three monsters. I am super happy with how they came out, and thank you so much for the comment. If you have an idea for a monster or have any idea on what these three should be named, please leave a comment down below. That's all for today. Bye for now.